The council chamber stretched across 3 kilometers of crystalline architecture, designed to accommodate the 17 apex species of the galactic concordat. Commander Phoebe Chen stood at its center, a speck of flesh and bone surrounded by beings who could crack planets or bend light itself. The Vrath Prime, a mountain of living metal, leaned forward. Its voice rumbled through the translation matrix. "Human, you come before us claiming your species deserves a seat among the apex civilizations, yet you possess no quantum manipulation, no biological transcendence, no dimensional folding." Phoebe's boots clicked against the floor as she shifted her weight. She'd prepared for this moment during the 3-year journey to the Concordat homeworld. "That's correct." "Then enlighten us," hissed the Esixthar representative, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field. "What makes humanity worthy?" "May I tell you a story?" Phoebe asked. The assembled beings exchanged what passed for glances among species who communicated through everything, from pheromones to gravitational waves. Finally, the eldest, a creature so ancient its species name had been forgotten, gestured assent. 7 months ago, the Krell swarm invaded human space, Phoebe began. "You know of them. A hive mind spanning billions of warrior forms, each one capable of tearing through steel with their bare claws. They'd consumed 47 civilizations before reaching our borders. We are aware," the Vrath Prime rumbled. "We watched. The Krell are beneath apex concern but above most species' ability to resist. We assumed humanity would fall within weeks. So did they." Phoebe pulled up a holographic display. "The swarm sent 3 billion warriors to our colony world of New Perth. Population 8 million civilians, protected by a garrison of 10,000 soldiers." The display showed orbital footage of the invasion. Black clouds of Krell descended from the sky like a biblical plague. "The garrison couldn't hold," Phoebe continued. "Within 6 hours, the Krell had overrun the military positions. They began advancing on the civilian centers." She paused. "That's when Frankie Zhao made his decision. One human?" The SSX-Thar's energy field flickered with what might have been amusement. "What could one human do?" Frankie was a mining engineer, 32 years old. He knew New Perth's geology better than anyone. He'd helped establish the colony's mineral extraction infrastructure. Phoebe zoomed the display into the planet's crust. "New Perth sits on a tectonic anomaly. 13 fault lines converge beneath the primary continent, kept stable by a network of pressure regulators Frankie himself had designed." The eldest stirred for the first time. "Continue." "Frankie was in the capital when the Krell broke through. He could have evacuated with his wife and daughter. Instead, he sent them up on the last transport and went to the Central Geological Station." Phoebe's voice remained steady, but her jaw tightened. "He manually overrode every pressure regulator on the continent. All at once. The hologram showed seismic readings spiking into impossible ranges. The resulting earthquakes measured 9.8 across the entire continent," Phoebe said. "Volcanoes that had been dormant for millennia erupted simultaneously. The ground liquefied, and 3 billion Krell warriors along with Frankie Zhao were buried under megatons of molten rock and shattered crust. Silence filled the chamber. The Krell swarm lost 40% of its total combat biomass in 1 moment," Phoebe continued. "The hive mind went into shock. Their invasion collapsed. Humanity's fleet destroyed the remaining swarm forces within a week. One human." The Vrath Prime's voice held something like wonder. "One human killed 3 billion warriors, and himself," added the SSX-Thar. "Why would an individual sacrifice itself? The hive mind cannot comprehend this." "That's what makes us different," Phoebe said. "We're not the strongest species. We don't have your technology or your powers, but every single human carries within them the capacity for that choice. The choice to stand when standing seems impossible. The choice to fight when fighting seems futile. The choice to sacrifice everything for something they believe is worth saving." She looked around the chamber. "You asked what makes humanity worthy of sitting among the apex species. It's not our weapons or our ships. It's the fact that we have 8 billion Frankie Zhaos. 8 billion individuals who can each make that choice. You call yourselves apex because you can destroy planets. We're asking you to recognize us because every human is capable of becoming a force of nature unto themselves." The eldest spoke, its voice like wind through ancient canyons. "You believe individual determination is equivalent to apex power?" "No," Phoebe said firmly. "I believe it's superior. Because your power is limited by your biology or technology. Ours is limited only by our will, and human will has no upper boundary. She pulled up a final image. This is from the monument we built on New Perth. Frankie Zhao's name, along with the 8,000 colonists who didn't evacuate because they chose to help others escape first. And beneath their names, we inscribed one question. The hologram displayed text in bold letters. How many humans does it take to win a war? Phoebe met the eldest gaze. The answer is one. One human willing to do whatever it takes. We have billions of them, and that's why we're here. The council chamber remained silent for a long moment. Then, one by one, the apex species of the galactic concordat rose in acknowledgement. Humanity had its seat.